we've been talking for how long before finally meeting today?
It has been quite some. Before I even went to Kaoma, I think.
Yeah.
That was maybe June.
Yeah, I would say I think June somewhere there.
Yeah.
But because of I think work, you've been busy, and I've quite been busy as well.
I've
so
been busy. I stalked you, by the way.
you stalked me.
Yes, on your on your TikTok. Like there was this. You did a podcast with
Bibi.
Bibi.
Yes. Yeah.
Then I was like, wow. Some people don't notice me. Why don't they notice me? Why don't they invite me for? So I wanted that. So that's why I contacted you. Saying, hey.
Yeah, because I remember you commented something on that very post. That's when I replied, and then we started talking from there. And,
That was how it came about.
Yeah, and now we're here.
We are here. Finally. The wait is over.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm with Namibian content creator who is known for his funny skits, his crazy dance moves, and his unquenchable love for Mosi. But not only that, as you can see, he's been working with Kalibu Cosmetics, and he's also featured in one of the movies that is being produced here in Western Province, known as Njangula, courtesy of Lusaya Movies.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sinengela.
Pokering.
Yeah. Because when I say Mr. Sinengela, not a lot of people are going to know who I'm talking about. Okay. But when I say pork ribs, people will be like,
I think even Jacqueline is more famous than pork ribs.
Oh, Jacqueline. Now let's go to the name pork ribs. How did that name come about?
I didn't choose the name actually. Mm-hmm. So when I started with I had my own personal page like in Namibia where I used to post funny videos and stuff and like that. So Jaguar, so and Oneli, they noticed the talent in me, and then they said, "Oh, can you shoot some videos and then we post for you?" So they started they liaised with a certain page in Zambia, where they used to, I send them, and then they post on that page just for them to get me known before, and then they created a page for me. So when they created a page, there was a fun video where I was eating pork, and then so I was like, we may have pork ribs and everything. So when the page came, they were looking for a name, and then the fans chose the pork ribs part of it because it was very funny, and the way I was eating the pork and everything. So they just said pork ribs will do. So they decided, they named me actually. I didn't come up with a name. I was even struggling at what is going to be the stage name.
Yeah.
So the fans chose the name pork ribs.
Okay. Because for me, the first time I came across your content and I saw the name pork ribs, I was thinking you were trying to poke at the SDA. Because let's be honest, I think you're one person that likes, poking at people. So that's initially what I thought. You say, Mwende.
Because, my mom is SDA. So the fun part was my mom is SDA.
Yeah.
My father was New Apostolic, and then my stepmom was Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
So with me, it was between the balance. I didn't want to affiliate myself with any of the churches. So I would go with my mom for SDA. I would go with my dad to New Apostolic. I would go with my stepmom to Roman Catholic. So the pork part of it is that my mom is SDA, and my dad is New Apostolic. So my dad has pigs, my dad wants bubblefish, and then just the frustration that my mom would have, like when we've used her pot to cook pork. So it was part of it was just like trying to poke at, not to intimidate the Christians. No, I wouldn't say.
I see.
It was just to get some people angry, so it's just pork.
Okay. To take you a bit back, you're saying Oneli and Jaguar are what initially facilitated everything from encouraging you to shoot content. But not a lot of people know that story. Kapachwan?
They don't know the story because
Can you tell us the story?
I was struggling. When I used to look at the Zambian comedy part of it, like, we had comedians. Like, I look up to some of the comedians. Like, in Western Province, it was just like my culture, my language was fading away. Like, you see people shying away from their own mother tongue language and promoting other mother tongue language, of which I'm not against. I like it, but the fact is that before somebody gets to know me, they should know that I'm Lozi first before anything else.
Okay.
So I remember contacting some of the other pages to say, can you be promoting my work? I do this, I did this. So most of the people turned away, actually, not because I wasn't good, but because of how I presented myself and the content that I was creating, the target audience and everything. So other people would say, no, okay. And then when Jaguar and Oneli contacted, when they saw my content, they said, no, this person can do better. And then for them, it was bringing me in the production to revive the love of the Lozi language. Okay. So it was just like, we Lozi also can do it in comedy, like the Vembas and the Nanjas and what. So it was just, that's why my content is strictly in Lozi.
Okay.
Yeah, though some of the fans will be like, no, we don't get anything. They don't understand that my management is told me that it should be Lozi. People should learn to love Lozi, and we should bring back that love for the Lozi. So it was Oneli, they saw me, they saw the talent, and I appreciate, because for the first time I was seen, I was seen. Like, they didn't put any labels to me. They just wanted me to continue doing that. And they push me every day.
Yeah.
Those people are on my throat.
Okay. So are these guys still in charge? Or are you still working with them, like, actively? Are they still part of your management and everything like that?
Actively.
Okay.
Till death do us apart, I think.
Oh, so now I get why from time to time you travel from Namibia and head to...
Yeah, I do that. I travel a lot too. If Oneli has an event, he doesn't have to... I don't have to charge him. I have to go there, be with him, support him, promote him. If Jaguar has anything, I just do that. Because those are my two brothers. Like, they are the founders of... Without them, they wouldn't be Pocket. Just that crazy person from Namibia, half Lozi, half Subia. Mixture.
Talking about content creation, like in Zambia, when you look at where we are right now, we have a lot of content creators. Some big, just recently, I don't know if you know Bamatero. He traveled to Johannesburg and actually got himself an award. Like, this was something that happened recently, like yesterday, I think. Yeah. How is content creation in Namibia compared to Zambia?
I think in Namibia, because first of all, we should just say that Namibia is just a population of Lusaka, for the whole country. So there's nothing much going on in terms of the showbiz. So Zambia's content creation is bigger. We have bigger market because with the population and the demand and everything, it's bigger compared to Namibia. So to Namibia, they are just funny comedians, like few comedians that do comedy, just a few of them. But they are doing well. They are doing well in terms of the content that they create, but it's not actually such a big thing, because I've been having my own personal page, and it was good in terms of the numbers. It was good, like my following on my personal page was good, and my views also were good, but the problem is that I was never given opportunities that I have been given in Zambia. Like in here, when I'm given opportunities to host events, bigger artists like Your Maps, I've done that. Robbie East, I've been there. So here it is bigger. Like, the opportunities are bigger this side than that side.
Than Namibia.
Yeah.
Would you say you're definitely one of the biggest content creators in Namibia?
I would definitely say that, because I have the numbers, and to me is that there's a disadvantage about me, which is an advantage about me at the same time.
And what is that?
Who I am. People they like to criticize people, and in the process they are making you bigger. Because at the end of the day, even how I got to be known in Zambia, it was a post that was meant to mock me. Okay. So who posted, who shared it on that page in Zambia? It is a bigger page. Who posted it, the intention was to bury me, was to mock. And there were words and comments and everything. But I thank that person today, because I look at that person and I wouldn't be known if it wasn't for this person's intention. So that's why I've been saying that create enemies. If you don't have enemies, you will never go far. Create them. Because they are the ones that are going to take you places.
Okay. So you don't believe if someone doesn't have enemies, they... Especially in this
No, how can you live without enemies? Even dead people have enemies. They are just dead. You cannot live without enemies. You cannot live without people that criticize you, without people that think low of you. Because that gives you an opportunity to do what? To grow. And also to... I like being number two. I love being number two because it gives me the freedom, the space, and the ability to figure out what number one is lacking. So when people criticize, mock, and do that, I come back stronger than ever because they tell me that they can see that there is potential. And then they are fighting you because they know that this person can be great. So let us try to bury him now before he explodes. I'm an atomic bomb, nuclear bomb in the making.
Yeah, that's actually a very true statement. I think people criticize something that they can't become.
Exactly.
Most of the time when you find someone is criticizing you, it's because they are kind of deep down wishing
to be.
They could be doing whatever you're
exactly.
doing.
Haters, people hate you because they look at you and they see the confidence that you have. It has happened a lot of times, even in Namibia. They look at me, they see what they see, and then they get angry. So part of it is just like, there are some of the things that you haven't healed. You see that I have healed from those things and you are struggling with them, and then the only way to show is to hate on that person. You hate on people who you want to be. You are jealous of them because you want to be like them, but you can't. Of which you can if you just channel your emotions properly. So people will just hate and hate and hate, but they love to be me. Some of the people view my videos just to come and comment a negative thing. But you have given me the views that I wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
If I get paid for every view, it will be my haters making me want, because they come there with a mindset to come and tarnish my reputation, to come and say something provocative, but at the end of the day, you have watched me.
You've given me exactly what I want.
You have given me exactly what I want.
Because with these Facebook pages and content creation, it's all about the views at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know, the reach and the engagement and stuff like that. So if people are engaging with your content, then you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
I'm the one who is controlling who here. Who is bullying who?
That's very true. Now let's look back at your fan base. Where do you feel like you have the most fans?
Half of my followers are from Lusaka.
Okay.
Yes, and then it's followed by I think Kitwe on the I didn't check. I was supposed to go through that to see.
Okay.
And then Vinduk, and then Mongu, Sesheke.
So definitely your biggest fans are in Zambia and not Namibia.
In Zambia. All the fan base is from Zambia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's look back at the events that you've been an MC at. What I would say, which event that you hosted was like one of the best?
The Your Maps event in
Which
Mongo.
one? Oh, I was thinking about the recent one.
No.
When was this one?
This one was it last year?
Okay.
Last year.
Yeah. What made it so great?
There was a scandal with somebody, and I love scandals. I like drama.
I mean, that's what we're here for. So
it was good. I think I was. It is just like the way that I handled the whole situation, because it was an embarrassing situation, as you say.
Is it something that you can talk about?
Yeah, I have no filter. I have love for the person, and I'm Your Map's biggest fan.
Okay.
I love his music. I love his work. I'm also Kandeke's biggest fan, because for me the biggest fan is their stories, like how they've evolved, how
from having nothing,
they took the criticism, the negativity, everything to be who they are today. So that was very inspiring for me, because it made me feel like I'm starting to be a content creator, I'm a comedian. I go through a lot of backlash, right, left, center, but if I can focus on the goal, then I can become somebody bigger. So that is where Kandeke and Your Maps, they are my best.
Okay. Are you guys friends? Like,
I look upon them.
Do you talk?
We don't talk. I don't have to talk to them for them to kind of like, they just add value to my life. It's just their story, looking where they were coming from and where they are right now. It wasn't easy. So that was it. So when that happened on stage, it was just like,
what happened? You're not mentioning what happened.
Okay, I am on stage. I am hyping because I loved your maps. And my favorite song was the one that he did with Mampi, that album, Bapele.
Oh yeah.
So
Bapele.
I'm hyping, your maps about to go on stage, so I'm hyping people, Bapele. And then DJ Kandeke felt like I was, how do they call it?
Doing
Apparently
too much?
I was sampling the songs to be performed, of which I understand because I was new in hosting events and everything, so I wasn't aware that what you are doing is wrong. It wasn't like it was intentionally. So he goes on stage and then forcefully takes the mic away from me. So everybody saw that, but I just had to delete myself off the stage to say whether the mic is in my hands or not in my hands, I'm going to be paid at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So thank you, I want to go and drink because my management is very strict with drinking. So when that happened, it gave me an excuse to go and drink, to go and sip on the mossy.
Yeah.
So that happened, but regardless of that, they are my heroes. Like, I look up to them. Like, their story to me is something that I resonate with.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's just take a minute break here. As you can see, we are at a certain place. As you can see, it looks very nice. This place is known as Nayoto. It's based right here in Sesheke, and they are today's sponsor for this episode. So, in case you want to bring someone, family members, your parents, your dad, your girlfriend,
your side,
someone's girlfriend, this is the place you come. They have what is known as Hove Corner, which simply translates to Shima Corner, literally, where you can find all different kind of dishes you want. Now, back to the episode. So, talking about fans, talking about Kandeke and your maps, but like in the moment, didn't you feel like it was a bit unfair what he did to you? I mean, you must have felt some type of way.
It doesn't matter because the world is a very unfair place. Mm-hmm. It's rough out there, so you need to buy yourself a helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, it felt like these are people, because this is the love that I had for them and for their story. So imagine you have somebody as your role model and you look up to them, you look up to their stories, and you see that God has done wonders and God can do wonders for me too.
Yeah.
So, and then for that person because this is the love that you keep to yourself. You are the only person who knows that. And then for that person to finally treat you like that, imagine. So, yeah. So it felt a little bit awkward, but it is what I get most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've moved on past that incident.
I moved on past that instead because I know that at the end of the day, there are people that don't look at me and see a human being. They look at me and they put a label. And that encourages their hatred towards me because they forget that I'm a human being, and then they focus on the label that they give me.
Okay.
So that one, I moved on with it, brushed it off, and said, you know what, you have learned from that experience. I wish it could have been a discussion to say, him taking me to the side and saying, you are a very nice upcoming host and all this, but when you do this at an event, it's wrong. It's what it was going to be very, very much building. But I took it to myself, upon myself, and I advised myself. When you are a comedian, you take on certain characters and roles. So I took the role of being Kandeke, talking to myself. Uh-huh. So I told myself what I could have wanted to hear from him.
Okay.
So I was just like, he could have taken me to the corner and tell me this and this, and then grow from that, learn up from it, and then, yeah, it's fine.
Now, talking about labels, I think this is, you've mentioned it, and I think looking at the content that you make and things that you do, I'm sure you do have a specific label that people
I am.
But before we go there, that's a very interesting topic. But before we go there, I feel like we need to talk about the fame. Yeah. How has the fame affected your personal life?
It is not kudos here. It's not kudos. The fame is something that my daughter gets bullied at school.
You do have a daughter?
I have a daughter, she's 12.
Okay.
Oh, trouble in paradise. Friday, I didn't work. I had to go for her disciplinary hearing at school. I think it is the bullying, and she's not taking it okay. Mm-hmm. So she feels like if she is bullied, she has to beat somebody. She has to behave in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And then, which I understand, because part of it comes from the fame that the father had. So everybody knows me, and everybody can say anything to her, and then which she responds in beating.
Yeah,
She's a terminator. She can beat. So I have to sit down with her. So the fame, as much as it's okay to be in the spotlight, it has some disadvantages.
what are those
You have
disadvantages?
to, because social media nowadays is not a safe space.
Okay.
Because anybody, anywhere can say anything. We live in a world where it's okay to impersonate. Other people feel like it's okay for me. I'm perfect, and that next person is not perfect, so they come to cyberbully. They comment, they can post your pics and with a different caption and insults and everything. So all of that you need to take it in. You have to have an elastic heart and a bulletproof skin so that some of these bullets don't penetrate.
Yeah.
So it's the fame. It's okay to be known, pokey, but behind those comments, it's a problem.
What are some of the meanest comments you've ever received? Was there an incident where you received?
Yeah, I receive a lot of those.
Okay.
I think maybe in Western Province, I'm one of the most hated person.
But is that fair? Because you spend most of your time around this area, and
I do. The worst comments was somebody, and this was a female person. It was somebody telling me I was supposed to be aborted.
I'm sorry that I laughed.
Yeah,
That's not very funny.
It was like 9 months, and you know how losses are. And 9 months to mamba so it was like, oh my God. But at the end of the day, it was like, I am born, I'm here, so deal with it.
Yeah, but that's such a very vulgar thing to say to someone. I mean, it's very offensive. It's very inappropriate. Do such comments make you sit and think, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should.
I sometimes want to. There are times when I want to give up, but Jaguar and Oneli do not let me fall. Like I don't. Okay. They don't. Like they are my balance. They call me, they talk to me, and they tell me to just kind of keep going. Greater things I think are not achieved in a day. You need to go through some stuff, and I'm starting to understand my journey. I know my impact, and every time I want to give up, I don't give up because I go through my inbox and I see how many parents, how many people have reached me and thanked me
for what you do,
for what I have done, for what I have done for their kids, for what I have done in their lives. There's somebody who even called me crying, video called, and said he was on the verge of hanging himself. The mother called me. Until when this person saw a video that I shared that day. And then apparently it brought hope back to that person.
That's you saving
so
your
every
life.
time when I want to give up, I think of the thousands that do not have a voice and a platform.
Yeah.
That don't feel like they don't belong, and they see me trying to belong. So it gives them hope and life. So you don't have to give up.
Okay.
I wanted to give up several times. I do. But when I think of those certain individuals, they don't have to be more. Those that come to say in my inbox to say thank you for being loyal. Thank you for showing us the light. Thank you for sharing your talent with us. We appreciate, we love. I don't give up.
Okay.
For them.
That's very powerful. That's very powerful. I think we should lighten. This got a bit emotional. I'm literally, feeling some type of way. So let's lighten this a little bit. Do you still need another one?
Let's finish the interview.
Okay. Now you've been working with these guys. I've seen you've really been working with Kalibu Cosmetics. Do these guys pay you, or it's a partnership?
Maslan is my brother. Okay. You know what I like about being in Zambia is they still have that love for family. When you family, oh my accent. Yeah. So they have that genuine love. Like even when you visit Zambia, I have relatives that are in Lusaka, in Wayne. You feel that love like this. So Mas, just called me and said, I'll be having a promo in Kaoma. My shop is in Kaoma. So my dad used to talk much about Kaoma.
Yeah.
He did his secondary school at Kaoma, and then he also did his National Youth Service, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to reconnect with him, with his memories and everything. So I wanted to see that for myself. So I said, okay, I will come. So when I got there, it was just to promote his business, so that if I can bring a little customers to, it's okay. We are both winning in ways.
At the end of the day,
it's all about pushing each other. So I wouldn't say I was paid, because it was just a courtesy visit to him. It just scattered for my transport and everything, like my outing. Alcohol, I like it very much.
Yeah, this is
my best friend. This doesn't judge, doesn't give you labels.
That's very true. You've really worked with a lot of us Zambians. I mean, here we are working, and you've also worked with.
Zambian. I'm also Zambian. It is just that you cannot have two national identity documents. Like, you cannot be.
But you can.
I don't know. I have to go about it, because every time I'm tired of every time I'm in Zambia and I have to be checking whether it's. No, I'm tired of it. I want to be Zambian because my father was Zambian, my grandmother was Zambian, my forefathers are buried in this land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think you've spent most of your time in Namibia.
Yes.
Your accent and everything.
Yeah, we grew up, because my dad was from here. He did his primary schools in here, and then went back to Namibia. When he finished with the national service, he went to Namibia to do teaching.
Okay.
So So from there we were born that side, and we were not exposed much to this side,
the Zambian side.
Yeah.
But you can actually apply for a dual citizenship. I think it's something that can be done. So you should look into it.
I should look into it. I have to be informed. I have to be informed, and I want it.
Definitely. Now, talking about Njangula, this is a fairy tale. It's a series, right?
Yeah.
It's a series, and I think it's on season what now?
Is it not? It is still season 1, episode 2. So I appear in episode 2.
You are in episode 2. All this time along, I've been thinking maybe they are already done with.
We are not yet done, because it is just fans. Yeah. So they are still. The producers are still trying to get more fans and see if there will be more episodes coming. But it's a very nice movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, for those that know the story behind Njangula, understand that bringing it into life is actually an amazing story. But how has it been working on that specific episode that you worked on?
I think it was the most overwhelming experience that I've had, because I just received a call from WAS, and it was like, no, we need you. When will you be in Kaoma? And then, I'll be in Kaoma. No, we need you to be in episode 2. Okay. Then I planned for it and said, okay, I'm going to stay the whole week there, so that I have 2 days shoot, and then 2 days the promo, and then come back to Mongo.
Okay.
Yeah. So working, they are very friendly. That's why I say I love Zambians. And I think it is also the energy that I bring to the set that makes it very easy for us to just kind of get along. Because I don't have moods of you get on set, then I don't like Uncle K, then I'm just in my mood. I don't have those. The only time I have moods is when I don't have money to buy alcohol. There I have moods. Not on a person. So it was very much because there was so much love. They were very supportive of me, and that made it very, very much easier for me to execute my duty.
Okay. So, like, what is your role in that specific episode?
I think,
what do you play?
This one is.
Is this something that you can talk about?
Yeah, okay. I'm very ambitious. I get on set, I'm very ambitious. I don't have the powers. I want to have those powers, but I don't have them. I want Njangula to speak to me, to give me the powers, but Njangula is ignoring me. So it's just about, I want that. I want what you have. It's like, I envy those girls that have power, and I want to do anything in my power to get a glimpse of it.
Okay.
So I think it is self-destruction at the end.
So, like, is this going to be an ongoing thing, or you're just going to appear in that episode? And
it is an ongoing thing. Okay. I have joined, I don't know until when I meet my fate, because I see it is going to be distraction.
I've seen it being picked up by a certain channel on DSTV.
Yes.
Though it's not one of the biggest channels, but I think still that's progress.
Baby steps. That is progress. That is progress. Those are baby steps.
Yeah.
And we are here for the process. We are here to support each other. We want to take back this. We want to bring fire from this province. I think it is a blessed province. It was one of the richest provinces in the entire country. And then so we should be known by our stories. We should be known with our tradition, our cultures, the stories that we were told on the fire. We want to bring those things to life. And Waz is a very good director. He's very good. If he gets sponsorship, I think he's going to do very amazing things, because now he's just working with just one camera, but you can see the ideas that he has, how he brings that movie back to life. So it's just like we are just looking for sponsors to come on board. I think it is going to be a very great movie.
Okay. So right now, if someone wanted to see the series, where would you watch it?
I think it is on YouTube. Episode 1 is on YouTube, and I don't know if episode 2 was posted on YouTube. I don't know, because it was told like the DSTV thing, it's viewing there, so we don't know whether it was posted or it's just strictly for that channel.
Okay, but on DSTV, is it active? Like if you had to go on that specific channel right now, you would find it?
I think maybe it views 3 or 2 times a day, something like that. So
that's something. Yeah. That's something. You know, I've been trying to kickstart my acting career, so maybe you can link me to Was. Maybe we can do something.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah,
it's looking for people, and the best part about it is that the cast, we are not doing it because we are getting paid. We are doing it for the love of acting, for the love. We hope to, in Africa, it's not like America where your talent is discovered at a young age and you're just sent to the specific school where you just follow that step. With us here is about breaking necks to be where you are. So you can see the love and the passion that these people have. It was very nice. You only have, for your lunch, you only come together, maybe but you can feel the love. It is there. So it's not like we are rooting to get millions. Maybe next when we boom. But for now, it's all about taking baby steps. Just making to say it might be our first movie. It might be the one that opens. Because me, I don't believe in these small doors. Me, the God I pray is preparing sliding doors. You see sliding doors. Yes, those are the doors that I'm waiting for. So hopefully one day it will happen.
Definitely. When one looks at you, you do comedy, you do a lot of skits, you dance. You are a very good dancer, and I from what I know is that you are a teacher by profession. Is that right?
Yes, I'm a teacher by profession.
Okay.
I graduated. I completed my varsity in 2016, even though I didn't want to become a teacher. I wanted to be a veterinary surgeon because I loved animals. It was the only thing that popped out. So my father entrusted me with the farm up to today. He passed on in 2018, June, and was it June? July.
Okay, my condolences.
Already that time, I was already the manager of the farm. Like he told me on his sick bed, and he said that the farm, even before it was me responsible for the farm. So I love the farm. I love animals.
What would you say is the best part about your job, teaching?
The best part about my job is, having the powers and the possibilities to unlock minds. To give
that's a very powerful way of putting it. Can you say that again?
Unlock minds, tap on the mind and say, look at the possibilities ahead of you. That is the best part of it. And it feels nice because the ones that I taught in 2017 graduated this year, and some of them are working. Like I'm currently working with one at my school. And so that whole thing of saying my teacher, they take care of me. So I can go to school without breakfast. My baby will buy me breakfast because I gave you the possibility. So that is the best thing. And the best thing about kids is about this job is that you meet kids with different personalities, and you should know how to approach every personality. They are very fragile. personality. So you need to take care of them. And it also gives me the responsibility to be a parent, because when the kids are in class, they are my responsibilities. They are my babies, so I need to take care of them. So it's good. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing somebody that you thought achieve and realize their dreams. It's something good.
That's very true.
Yeah,
that's very true. Now, I think going to the highlight of this episode, I think let's talk about your label. Not Black Label, but
not Black Label,
but the other label.
The other label. What is the other label?
So here's what I know from watching you and from just even interacting with people that know you and see your videos and stuff like that. Most of the time you act like a woman, you talk like a woman, and sometimes you even do walk like a woman. And a lot of Africans don't do, they don't not tolerate that very well. I'm sure it's something that you've experienced.
Yeah.
What is that just an act? Yeah. So the reason why I didn't want to mention the word gay is because I didn't want you to feel attacked.
What is there to be attacked about?
This is a very sensitive topic. I think it's very sensitive. So to just start talking about that is a bit of but now that you've brought it
African.
Up, now that you've brought it up yourself, obviously a lot of people assume you are gay. Assume you're gay. So how do you handle everything just concerning that?
When I was a teenager, when I was dealing with all these issues, it was because I didn't love myself. So in that process of you not loving yourself, you allow other people to not love you, because I didn't love myself, but I wanted to be loved.
Yeah,
you see where it's coming from. So in the struggle I had to decide I had to choose whether I drown or I come
swim.
up or I swim. So I chose to swim. Okay. So I started using the words that people were calling me, words like gay, morphe, gender confused, whatever. And every time before I go out, I would look myself in the mirror and call myself those names.
Yeah.
Until they couldn't hate anymore. So it was like an elastic skin. When I went out, even if a person calls me that, it doesn't offend me because I've called myself that
because
word.
You've already accepted.
And then I also loved myself, to say, I love myself, I'm a good person, I have a genuine heart, I do this. So even when people don't give me love, the love that I give myself is sufficient enough to carry me throughout the day.
Okay.
So that is how it happened. But it was a process. It's not an easy thing. You have sleepless nights, crying, begging God to change you. Like the next morning I wake up, please, let me have that walking style and that voice and that character, please. But maybe God just said, you are who you are. I was on lunch break. Maybe I forgot to put a certain percentage of testosterone in you. So deal with it.
Okay.
So this is dealing with it, navigating with it, and just living with what you have, because everybody is bruising, and we live in a society where people want to be more perfect than others, while we are all having skeletons in our closet that we deal with.
Yeah.
There are people that are happy, couples that are happily married right now. Bazama square mo kono ku ofita fera famunya ko wa gate. Yo uzibakale kwa patire pani mupikolobehera muntu matoho siya fera mulipo malizo. Those are things that are happening, but at the end of the day you'll find that those people, because hate people will always hate others. The moment that you realize that somebody is always negative, they have an issue that they are failing to heal from, so they project onto the next person, because they don't have anything nice to say, because they were not loved. Maybe they grew up without love. So that is what they know. So there are people that bully others. They were also bullied.
Yeah.
They need to heal. You need to heal.
Yeah, that's very true. This is like it's a very interesting topic, because like we've said, people will look at you, the way you walk, the way you talk, like everything about you, and they'll think you are gay. What do you think we need to do to stop this stigma? Not to say that there are not people that are gay. Of course, at this time around, people are gay and they speak out.
Married people are gay.
Yeah.
Fathers.
But for someone who just, behaves, or for someone who is like you, who is not gay, but you have these attributes that would make someone think you are gay.
Who said I'm not gay?
Wait, what? Are you gay? Can you confirm?
You will get me stoned today. I am gay.
You are gay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, interesting.
Yeah, I came out on my page a long time ago. Even the one for my Zambian page, I came out to say that is who I am.
How did people react?
Some are supportive, like especially mothers. Some mothers understand that they've tried everything. It's not like it was a behavioral act to say, I'm just becoming rebellious to my parents. I don't want to understand. No, I grew up in church.
Okay.
I did grow up in church. I have a very nice, golden, soft soprano voice. I grew up in New Apostolic. But even growing up, my mom, my dad would know, like, you know what? I don't want to play with cars. I'm with dolls. I'm with my sisters most of the time. Even though I grew up with my brothers, it was in a village that time. You have your cousins, your who are straight and have normal functional life. But there was just something so different about me. Because it was very easy for me to execute male duties. It was very difficult. My other cousins, you see those, it didn't just come up quickly. You now have the freedom. It started from home.
Yeah.
When my sisters don't want to help my mom, so it was just that, because I was raised in a house that was non-binary. And coming from a household where my mom's firstborn, my dad was polygamous, he had 2 wives. My mom's firstborn was born blind. Then my sister, again, the one that follows him, she was also born blind.
Yeah.
So you are raised in this family where, there's acceptance, there's love, because we accepted them and we included them in everything that we did. They have to be part of that activity. They have to be part of that activity. So I came from that perspective to say that people can be acceptive, as we accepted my brothers, because it was not easy to grow up with a brother like Komioya, but that made it easier for me. So some of the parents understood. I just feel like a lot on this topic is because people are ignorant and people ignore. And then what they ignore or what they don't understand, they tend to hate it. They fear it. And if they fear it, they can kill it.
Yeah.
So that is where the whole thing is coming from.
You mentioned about being stoned. Did someone threaten to stone you?
There are threats. It's not easy. It's not easy. You don't even know, like, which character today is going to get me killed. Because people out there are very brutal.
Yeah.
And most of these people, surprising enough, they are Christians. So once they use Jesus to shield their own
sins,
yes, then it's okay for them to attack another person. So most of them are Christians, but these Christians, the words that they can say to another person, you are going to question.
Yeah, you tend to wonder if really they're
Christians. So they use God as a shield to hate, to kill, even to kill people.
Yeah.
There are people that have killed people, stoned somebody to death because he is that in the name of God. God condemns, and then you kill somebody.
Yeah.
So who serves a God that allows you to kill another person?
No.
Because Christianity teaches about love, it teaches about obedience, it teaches about acceptance, it teaches about... There are a lot of things that you can point out. I'm not supposed to be who I am because God condemns it. But someone who was born with no legs, it was God's will. Do you understand the logic there? Yeah. Most of them think that you choose to be this. Nobody chooses to be this. We had dreams as young people, what we wanted to become and how we want it, but it's not for you. You got to understand that it's not for you. Same as marriage. There are ladies up to now who are very depressed because they want to get married. You need to understand that maybe marriage is not for you.
For everyone.
Maybe you are strong as an independent person. Maybe this marriage is going to be the death of you, and God doesn't want you to go through that. You need to accept and say, marriage is not for me. But it doesn't mean that you cannot have fun or you cannot have somebody in your life.
Yeah.
It's okay. So people don't do that.
I've always thought that the gay community is somehow funded because a lot of people that are gay seem to always have, money, living a good life. Is there someone pumping in money outside?
I think for me personally, it has to do with the society itself. Like it drives gay people to their independence. Like for me, my goal was to make sure that if I only had one opportunity in life. I'm in grade 12 and I told myself that there's no room for failure. I have to make it. And then I make it. I'm in university. I said there's no room for failure. I have to make it.
I have to continue going.
I'm in interviews. I said there's no room for failure. I have to make it. Why? Because I was working on a timeline. If I come out to my parents and they don't like me, they can end it. To say we are not going to fund you, we are not going to do this. So for me, it was working on a timeline to say, let me be independent when I finally come out.
So there's no one.
So that I will have my own money. I can even move from here. I really, literally wanted to move from here. And that time, my dad was sick. The 2017, was it 2017? Yeah, when we completed 2017 January. There were funny stuff like an uncle of mine said something to my parents, and then they were there, my mom, she can go. Bibles were taken out. Prayers. Demons were being casted, I'm telling you. So I told them, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I understand you're my parents, you give birth to me, and I thank you. But you are just being ignorant because you carried me for 9 months. You raised me all these years and you knew that there was something different about me. It's not that you had sons that you raised. So if this is my journey, this is my life, I've been depressed for long, all my teenage years. You didn't see my tears because I didn't know how to tell you and how you were going to handle it. I just feel like you had the necessary understanding of what is going on. So I didn't tell you. I shielded you from this pain all along and I carried it on my own. So if it means that I have to go live somewhere and hopefully maybe meet other people, blood is blood, but sometimes water is sustaining. So I wanted to go. So she thought I was joking. And until when I was attacked for who I am in town. I was attacked, I'm at the hospital, I'm bleeding, I'm stabbed, I'm just somebody who didn't like me. So I decided that I had to I got a direct appointment in Ketmans. So I had to go live there. So I wanted to leave my entire family to just say, like, you know what, I'm not accepted, it's okay, I'm not going to sit here, I'm going to go and make a life out for myself.
In other countries, in other African countries, this right now, just after posting this, I think the police would either follow me or follow you.
For what?
In some countries, it's a crime being gay.
Yeah.
How strict is the Namibian law when it comes to
the constitution
to being gay?
Our constitution is very strong, and it is vocal when it says human rights, and that everybody has their choice for religion, for what. So, in fact, whether you are gay or whether you are black or whether you are white or whether you are what, you are a human being. So there's something that protects your life. So it has been legalized in Namibia, like gay marriages were legalized, even though there are some people that have personal opinions on it. So they are still debating on it and everything and what's so not forth, which is none of my problem. Is whatever they decide is not going to affect me in any way.
Now that it's been legalized, do you guys live freely now? Like, are you able to walk without feeling fear of being attacked and stuff like that?
Whether it is legalized or not legalized, there are some people that still have opinions on it. Like you'll be in the street, somebody calls you a certain name, somebody comes in the club to spit on you. And I handle those situations very well because I'll be like, yo, you noticed, I'm here, my presence is felt, so it's okay. But people are just people. People have different opinions on it's just how they treat other people that is very astonishing. It's demeaning when it comes to. We are having these things of, we have a movement that says Black Lives Matter and everything. Yes, Black Lives Matters, everything matters, but we are having this jeopardy when it comes to humanity because of the labels that we have. If we could all understand that we are animals, we are humans, then it will be okay. But now we are humans and then we are having these labels are the ones that is causing the hatred. You are black, you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are you. These labels create loopholes for hatred. For as long as we don't identify as human beings and we identify by color, by race, by affinity, there will always be hate. Because you feel like this tribe is important than the other tribe. So people should learn to understand that where my rights end, someone's rights begin there. I cannot cross.
Yeah. Powerful.
Exactly.
That's powerful. Well, this was a very interesting interview, so to say.
I'm going to be bashed for this, I know.
Yeah. A lot of people agree. But the thing is that I think some will hate you for this, but some will love you for this.
I told you that I need haters in my life right now.
Yeah.
I need them to hate on me.
I think for
it changes nothing. They don't have power over me. They don't have authority over me. The only person that has power and authority is God. And there's a reason why there are straight people who are in the mortuary today, and there's this gay person they hate who is still breathing today. So that is just where the power is.
Yeah.
You can hate me, I can hate you, but I should learn to respect you.
True.
Yes. There are people that I don't talk to, but when I meet them, I should give them that respect. I shouldn't go around and say, oh, because I hate you, I just start doing that. No.
Powerful.
Yes.
Powerful. Well, I hope we can get to catch up again in the future when we have more stuff to talk about.
We will definitely. I can see sliding those openings.
Yeah. We need them to open very, very wide.
They will open very wide.
This was very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Your very own pork ribs. In case you don't know him, you should you should try to look him up. Content creator from Namibia, but crosses borders between Zambia and Namibia. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Ike, and this is The Muse. Until next time, see you. Special.
Yes.